He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates-In-Law. Roommates-In-Law, Tom.
Hello, Mr. Smith.
How are things?
You know, pretty good.
Good. How you sweating? You showed up kind of a sweaty boy.
Sweating straight through this cool Springsteen shirt I'm rocking today.
You've been a big band shirt guy
It's just Springsteen.
recently, I've noticed.
I think it's just Springsteen. I don't think I have another band shirt, but I have 4 Springsteen shirts.
Right, maybe that's what it was.
I think here's what's happening. You know what's so funny? I was just thinking about this. Then I brought it up, but I'm glad you've noticed that I've been wearing a lot of these. Well, first off, we're not roommates.
No, it's funny you bring that up because we're not even brothers-in-law.
No, but so many people. I mean, we kid you not, listen.
Every single day.
So many people accuse us of being good friends all the time. And I say, we're just podcast co-hosts.
We don't even know each other that well.
No.
I talk to you for 1 hour every week.
I'm not convinced that Tim Smith is your real name.
Well, every time I get a text, I'm like,
Tom, who is
who's
that again?
It's Tom. Oh, it's the guy.
Oh,
and
it's that
Lizzie's,
young man.
well, Lizzie's always like, no, it's the guy you do the podcast with.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, it's Tom.
God, it's good to keep her around.
Dude, I'd be completely lost.
Every time I showed up, say, excuse me, can I help you?
Dude, when she leaves town, it's really... She did this to me one time, and she was going out of town for like 4 or 5 days, and she's like, so what are you going to like eat? And I was like, oh my, I'm going to be fine.
I'm going to order so many wings the second
I was
you
like,
walk
I'm
out the door.
33 years old. I'm going to be fine. The next day, I was like, God, I'm starving right now.
In a desert.
I was looking in the fridge. I was like, what the hell am I going to eat?
Woke up the next day on the kitchen floor, and I was like, God, what happened?
She came back. She's like, you've lost 15 pounds, Tim. It's been 5 days.
You're etching into the kitchen wall how many days
How many days it's been? But yeah, that was insulting until she was correct.
I mean, yeah, she didn't even really have to like do an "I told you so" thing.
I can hardly fend for myself.
Yeah.
It's not a good look for a man in his late 20s.
You should
Hold
try
on,
being
vamp for a second.
Okay, vamp. Well, I'm gonna tell a little tale about my Springsteen shirts. Actually, a theory that I have. But Tim is pumping the AC right now. Tim, this is a beautiful, honestly, a man in his 30s thing. Tim is so proud of his AC unit, and I really love watching it. And now he's back.
No, it's not a pride thing. It's a relief.
It is. It's a massive relief.
But
you're right. It did get hot in 2 minutes.
Immediately. Yeah. We told you about this last year. We toughed through an entire summer, no AC.
Crazy. I can't believe you did that.
Last summer was not this summer. This summer was different.
Yeah.
There was about a 9-day stretch where it was 98 degrees, and we would have been 2 dead bodies.
I mean, yeah, this past 3 weeks has sucked ass.
It's been craziness.
Yeah.
Last summer, the hottest it got, it was like 87. So it wasn't great, Bob.
A couple nights where you're feeling a little panicky. You're showering before bed and right when you wake up.
And that shower's ice cold.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Still sweating in the bed, though.
So it was more like God, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
No,
That's how we
you
bought
made the
it.
right move. You had a great window for it, too.
A perfect window.
Easy install.
Well, the landlord did come over and help us out with that.
No.
Well, because the directions are saying we got to screw into the actual building.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I know what you're
So
saying.
we didn't want to just like screw into all of it. So we had him come over, and then he just kind of
Even though
rigs
you
it up.
are well equipped, you have the tools and the experience to do minor construction.
Tools, yes. Experience, I don't know.
You got a drill around here?
Lizzie does for sure. Lizzie's got all of the equipment.
I love you guys' relationship.
If I ever am in need of a Phillips head screwdriver, she knows where they're at.
Amazing. No, so the Springsteen shirts, you know what I'm noticing is you wear a Springsteen shirt around New York, you make friends pretty quick.
People want to talk about it.
This is new to me. Out in LA, no one gives a shit about Springsteen.
Well, because everyone in LA is wearing them ironically. Nobody actually knows who Springsteen
yeah, they're
is.
like Bruce. I think he went to college with my dad or something.
Like, no, he threw for like 450 yards that one game.
Before he transferred from SC, he was really
He was
doing
nasty
something.
with it, dude. It's my dad's favorite hockey player.
The old spring arm. That's what they called him.
But yeah, it's the same reason why I like wearing an LSU shirt around every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because anyone that's affiliated with LSU at all, they all feel obligated to be like,
Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, that's fun.
And even if it's just to go Tigers, that's enough for me. But
It's a
sometimes
sense
they're
of
like,
community.
"You from Louisiana?"
Yeah.
And now we got a little thing going.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Yeah, you're making friends. I've made like 2 friends. I got an extra spot booked because I was wearing a Springsteen shirt.
Love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
I mean, it's like, because people here, I will say this, though.
Say it.
You do have to be honest
it.
about your fan level with Springsteen on the East Coast. Because one guy, he was like, "Are you a big Springsteen fan?" I'm like, "Huge." And he's like your whole life? I'm like, "Yeah, diehard."
Uh-oh.
And he's
then
like
hit
the
you with
deep
some-
stuff. And I was like, yeah. Because, like, to your average person, I do know an insane amount of Springsteen stuff.
I always feel I get instant anxiety when they go, even the deep stuff. and
Dude,
you're like,
I knew I stepped in it.
I'm sure you know more than.
That's kind of what I said. I go, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he threw like 4 things I'd never even heard of. I didn't know if they were songs or unreleased albums or just like nephews that Bruce had.
Or just like
something.
misinformation to see if you'll bite. You're like, yeah, I love all of
He's
that
like,
stuff.
did you
And
ever
he's
hear
like,
Building 7?
those are just random words I said to you, dude. You're so full. Give me that shirt. You're off the show. I got hit with that the other day. A guy he's like, "Are you a Beatles guy?" And I'm like, there's like no point like in diving into like, well, I mean, I like the Beatles, but I'm not like a diehard Beatles guy. I
Yeah.
mean, like, you know, I was just like, yeah, I like the Beatles, and he's like, oh, so what do you think about like the, and he just bippity boppity
instantly.
and I gotta go, I don't know, man. I just, you know, Sgt. Pepper's pretty good.
yeah.
I don't know. I like the White Album.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Yeah.
I like it when they walked
Abbey
across the street.
Road.
Yeah.
I thought about getting that on my wall when I was like 22.
Everybody, right next to your Scarface poster. I'm
It's
like,
Lord of the
Ringo
Rings,
gets a
but
lot
yeah.
of heat, but he's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just pretty much have talking points in a few songs, and then I went and saw where John Lennon got shot in the face, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not mad at the fellas,
It's
but
just
I don't know their entire life.
Yeah, you can really step in it with somebody who is dying. Because here's the thing: is from their perspective, they're dying to unload some of this information they've been collecting over the years.
I know.
There's not a lot of people that are waiting to hear it.
Well, it's you know what kind of situation you're in when they're like, you a diehard guy, and you're like, oh, well,
right.
I don't want to like measure the information that we have against each other.
Yeah.
You win.
And I'm like, we can still be friends about this. We could go see him together. I would love
And
to
I
do
would
that.
know most of the songs
Yeah.
he plays as long as he's playing the hits.
Yeah, because he's not playing that unreleased thing from 1978 that you just sent me a SoundCloud link to.
That like kind of you're the only guy that really loves that one, and that you
and
think that's
it's like,
interesting.
It's really not that good of a song. It's just scarce. You know, that's the difference.
Wait, so is this what? Oh, is that the point you were making that you got a lot of people being like,
Yes,
"King."
I've been finding myself just like subconsciously wearing the 4 Springsteen shirts that I have in rotation pretty regularly now
Mm-hmm.
because I'm getting positive responses.
Well, hey, I mean, I believe that's positive affirmation.
Yeah, and I love it.
You get-
Is it?
Isn't that what that is?
Positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
yes,
an
yes.
affirmation too, I guess. Affirmation is just like a compliment, right?
I think so.
What a fancy way to say a compliment.
Well, I mean, it's like when people are like, I got a big contusion. You know, it's called bruise.
Yeah.
Can
Isn't
we-
that, I thought it was bleeding.
No, contusion's a
Oh,
bruise.
that's a bruise. Okay.
Bleeding is just. I think it's just
It's
bleeding.
blood.
You were so close to being a doctor.
Speaking of oversharing, I got a 0. No, he's not a 0. I don't think. On the
Okay.
way over, I
We'll
believe this
discuss.
is loser behavior and a hero of the week, all wrapped up in one interaction.
Same guy?
No.
Oh.
That would be loser to hero is I think
like,
almost
We've never seen
undoable.
something like that. Yeah. All right, lay it on me, fat man.
All right, this is last night in the Olive Tree at the Comedy Cellar. This is a new place of work for me, and I'm anxious all the time in there.
Well, waiting tables is stressful.
Oh God, we'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna grab the air marshal from outside, see if he can blow Tim's head off.
Come on and have fun, Riff.
That was great.
Why
It
not?
was quick. We had planned that before, by the way.
I wrote that down weeks ago. I was waiting for the perfect trap.
I got a text at 4 a.m. Goes, wait, Tom, if you ever say you work at the Cellar,
Can you ever
what
like
about
kind
this?
of mention the restaurant upstairs that is attached to the thing so my riff could make sense?
Oh God! So I'm sitting in there waiting for my little spot. I'm too early, so I've got a lot of time to kill.
Sure.
And here's why I'm anxious. You never know who anyone is in there. Because there's like legends of comedy that kind of like walk that like I don't know their face.
Well, they're like comedians.
Yeah, they're like legends of the Cellar.
Yeah, they've been there for 35 years.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have this massive career,
but they're royalty.
and they're best friends with the 9 guys that you love.
Exactly. So I have no idea who is who.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at this table, and I go up to get a Diet Coke from the bar, and I'm waiting, and I hear this guy sitting at the bar talking to another guy down from him. The other guy's like older, looks like one of these potential legends.
Sure.
And
Just kind of by the way they're acting, like pretty comfy here.
yeah, I'm like, this guy is like, it
He's
looks
not
like he's been
lost.
sitting at this bar for a long time.
Yeah.
And the guy next to the guy who's talking is probably mid-30s. Looks like a CrossFit guy.
Okay.
Wasn't wearing a vest, but in my head now he is.
Okay.
You know, like that vibe.
I don't think I'm picking up on it. A vest?
Like a vest and a button-down shirt.
Oh, like a
tech
finance
bro.
guy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
finance guy.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Like that kind of thing.
I was thinking comedian vest. I'm going, where are we at?
Oh, no,
with
no,
this
no.
guy?
This is the guy who's talking.
I got you. Okay.
He's talking nonstop about DMT to this other guy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a tech guy.
And then and then he turns to me, and I'm like, no, fuck. And he just goes, you ever tried DMT? And I was like, oh, no.
I'm just getting a Diet Coke.
And he goes, no, dude, you got to try it. And I'm like, why are you talking to me like we're familiar? So that's what threw me off, is because he just started talking like we had met. So I'm thinking, like, maybe this is a guy around here.
Right. Or in some sort of management position,
Yes, exactly.
or, you know,
I don't want to burn a bridge.
Yeah.
So I kid you not, Timothy, 10 minutes straight. 10 minutes.
Brutal.
Of like DMT telling me this story about some Splash House music festival that he went to where he did it and it changed his life. And he's like, it's actually like
He saw the
it's
green
not like your brain
monster.
talking to you. It's like
Yeah.
the people who control your brain. You can ask them questions and they answer it about your brain, and then your brain relays that to you. And I'm like, I need this Diet Coke so bad.
I mean, yeah, you're like, why don't you toss a little whiskey in that thing too? This is getting brutal.
Do you have any DMT back there? I might as well just try it at this point. Then I finally get out of there. I go, I'm sorry, I gotta set. And then I just sat down like 2 feet from him at this other table, but my back was
the
turned
rest
over.
of that sentence was, I got a set in 2 hours.
Yeah, it was so long. I had like 45 minutes still. And I sit down, and me and Shane Torres is sitting across the table from me. Great comedian, a guy I really look up to, just recently met. We make eye contact, and he was like, that was rough. And it, like, just like the eye contact. And I was like, I know, what the fuck? So I start, like, I keep my head down, and I get a hand on my shoulder. And I go,
If it's this guy again, I'm
And
going to
it's-
jump out of a
it's
window.
the same guy.
God.
And he goes, you know they got Muay Thai in the Olympics now?
Who is this man? You forget that anybody can walk in there and get
It's
a
a
table.
restaurant.
Yeah, it's just a restaurant.
I know. So at this point, I'm like, all right, this guy is no one. Like, there's no one who's behaving this way would be welcome here.
Well, also, you look around at the other comedians, and they're all kind of giving you like
Everyone's
the
head down.
brutal.
Everyone is like, sorry, you're on your own.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I can be a dick now.
So, but I wasn't.
Sure.
Because I struggle with that. And that's part of this story is I just simply need to get better at, it's not even like being a dick. It's like just
Boundaries.
Being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I fucked up by like pretending to be interested in what he was talking about.
No, but that's not even a fuck up because, like what you just said, there are people floating around in that room where you can't just be like, "Suck me, loser." Like he's like, "Oh, my dad actually owns this," and you're
That's
like,
exactly
"Oh,
what I was
great."
thinking.
So now he's gonna walk around to all the managers and say what a dick I was.
Right.
You kind of do have to entertain that initial conversation.
And then Muay Thai in the Olympics, I go, oh, all right, man. And I literally turned back around, and he kept his hand on my shoulder.
Man.
And he goes, bet Rogan's going to love that. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I bet Joe doesn't really know anything about
First name
Muay
basis.
Thai, though. Calls him Joe.
First name basis.
I almost spit my drink out.
First name basis.
And then I literally didn't respond, and he took his hand off my shoulder, and I was like, that was kind of a lot. That was too much.
Hand on your shoulder, that's just
It's
invasive.
assault, brother.
Yeah, that's assault, brother.
I now it's like 10 minutes later, and he comes around the other side of the table, and he's between me and Shane, and he looks at me and he goes, last thing I'm going to bother you guys about, can I ask your opinion on something? And I go, sure, man. I got 2 minutes. And then he turns to Shane and he goes, can I get your opinion? And Shane goes, I'm good, man. And I was like, I didn't know that was on the table. I didn't know we could do that.
I'm all set, Chief.
That
I've
was
seen what you've been up to this
incredible.
whole time. I don't have anything to do with
Dude,
this.
and then he just took his phone out, didn't move. He just took his phone out and started looking at it right in front of him. Shane did.
Oh.
It was amazing. I was like, dude, you're my hero. So that's my hero of the week.
Yeah, that's very big.
Because it was like a lesson learned for me. I was
Yeah, I mean, I guess after the first one where you go, all right, I did the right thing of entertaining the conversation.
Yeah.
Now that I know all
Yeah.
the bets are off, now you can draw that boundary and say, brother, I'm trying to do my thing here.
Yeah.
You need to.
I should have
It's
done
time to
that.
fuck off.
Instead, I said, sure, man. And then he showed me a minute-long video of a robot playing beer pong. And he said, this is what I do as a day job. I'm trying to sell these robots to, and he's holding his phone this close to my face. He goes, this is what I do as a day job. I'm trying to sell these robots to warehouses, but I thought it'd be fun to like make them do fun stuff as like a sales thing. Do you think this would go viral? And I was like,
I'm exhausted.
I was like, I don't know, man. And then he goes, what about if it was like spray painting a building and got arrested by a cop?
You're like, you said one question.
And I go, I don't know, man. Sorry, I can't do this right now. And then I said that. I was very proud that I said that.
Is he hammered? Is this guy?
I think doesn't that like sound like cocaine energy to you?
Well, the lack of awareness is given. It makes me feel like he's drunk.
I mean, he had a few beers for sure, but he wasn't like slurring his words or like
because like coke,
fucked
I
up.
feel like he's like, hey man, like, can I ask you this question? Because like this is what I do for my day job, and like I work for these. Was it like that?
Kind of.
Oh,
I mean, he was on one knee at the table.
Oh my god, this fucking. I mean. You know,
as I'm telling it, he is zero. It is a zero.
This is egregious. This is
because that's gross negligence.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to pick up social cues. If you walk up to two guys and one guy goes, "Brother, I'm all set," you need to reevaluate what you're doing in the first place.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
if a guy said, "Hey, I gotta go. I have a set," and then he goes and sits at a table for 1 full hour,
2 feet away from you.
he didn't want to talk. Mm-hmm. He wasn't into it. Maybe this guy didn't know where he was at.
No, he did, because he said something else when he mentioned Joe.
Oh, he did say Joe Rogan.
And when he mentioned him, he did say something about comedians. He knew what he was doing.
Joe's gonna love it.
Bet Joe doesn't even know Muay Thai.
Okay.
I don't even know really what you're talking about right
And
now.
I would bet he does. Isn't he like
He
a
probably
UFC
does.
commentator for 110 years?
Yeah.
I would bet he's fairly knowledgeable on one of the martial arts involved in mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, this guy absolutely sucks. We're tossing a hero at Shane just for lesson learned.
It was a huge lesson learned because he actually took it pretty well when he said, no, I'm all good. He goes, okay. And then but he's like, well, I got this sad son of a bitch here to
This guy can't
take
say no.
advantage of.
I mean, what I do love, it's just what's going on inside this guy's brain.
I don't know. He is
DMT.
He moved to yeah. He's a sad guy. I think
He's a lonely guy.
he's a lonely guy for sure. He moved here 2 weeks ago for this job, for this robotics job.
No, from somewhere in California, gotta be.
I don't know. I didn't ask. It did strike for sure Bay Area or could be Massachusetts.
Giving
lot
Bay.
of tech. You know, there
Maybe fresh out of college, he's lost. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to make a friend. Making friends is hard.
He's going about it the wrong way.
At the wrong place.
You
Also,
can make friends as an adult. You just got to find people who care about what you're saying.
go to where the tech bros are. How do you not know where the
Yeah.
tech bros are? Where
You're starting with the table at the
table?
Comedy Cellar.
See what Soder thinks about this. What?
I'm trying to get SNL legend Colin Quinn's feedback on my new beer pong robot.
Do you think this guy playing tennis go viral? No.
This is a robot playing beer pong. He made me watch a
Do
whole
not.
minute-long video.
I watched that
of it.
video 7 years ago when it went viral.
Yeah.
It's not. It's gonna have to be like this. The robot has to be like holding up a bank or something.
Yeah, we've seen robots do like way cooler stuff.
Way
now.
cooler stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Boston Dynamics is doing some pretty wild things.
It's scary.
Yeah, they're all going to kill us one day. How about this for a conversation starter, Tom?
Yes.
Speaking of tough conversations. This one kind of started and ended right inside of itself. I'm getting
Very fun.
getting my hair did. The guy hadn't talked to me the whole
I
time.
think we had this conversation last time we did the pod.
Did we?
Are you back to every 2 weeks?
No. Every 6.
Oh. So you didn't tell the story then.
No.
Okay.
But I'm not getting it cut as short
Okay.
as I used to.
Yeah.
You're really staring at my head.
I know. Well, I'm just like I'm having like deja vu.
Oh. And stop me if I told you this because it just
I don't think you did.
I couldn't get it out of my head for like 4 days.
Okay.
Sitting there, my normal guy's not there. I don't know where he's been. Noah, he's been gone for 3 weeks. I'm trying to get my hair cut. And so I go to some random guy at the same place and he's cut my hair. He doesn't say anything for probably 15, 20 minutes. And he steps back and he goes, Man, what do you think about the evolution of memes?
What? Oh, Gatorade in the nose.
And I was like, what? He goes, evolution of memes, man. What do you think? And I was like he's not doing. You know, the person's cutting your hair. They start the conversation, but they're still cutting your hair. He stepped back and was like,
he's like, he might need he might like
he's gonna
have
need a minute.
Physical reaction to this where I don't want to fuck up his hair.
yeah. And just the way he asked it, like it
don't-
had been really.
I don't really know
weighing
what
on
he's
him.
asking.
Saying, I was like, man, I don't think I've ever been asked anything like that in my entire life. And he goes, well, I mean, you know, they used to just be like a picture with like, you know, big text on it. Now it's like videos. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I like memes. He goes, I love memes. And he just went right back to cut my hair.
What?
And then didn't say anything for
hell?
20 minutes after that.
He pegged you as a meme guy.
As a meme guy.
Yeah.
What I thought was maybe, because I thought he's like, oh, he's been around long enough to see the evolution of the memes.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I get, but it's so funny to pick memes.
Memes is crazy.
It's the evolution of the internet. You
The
know, I
internet.
don't think memes have like changed at a faster rate than anything else.
And just the way he said, love memes. Like this guy's can't get enough of memes.
Also, I feel like he's applying the term memes to everything on the internet.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's watching TikTok videos being like, yeah, memes are so much more engaging now.
Yeah, this meme is actually talking about like what diet that they're on and like their exercise routine.
This meme was 2.5 minutes long about the latest bombing in Gaza.
Dude, CNN has the sickest memes.
Everything is a meme to this guy.
That may have been where he was lost. I almost turned around. Like, you know, you can like see him in the mirror. I almost felt the urge to be like, man, what, dude?
What was that question? I like how you phrased it. I hope you phrased it to him this way too. I've never been asked a question like that. Like,
That's exactly what I
I've
said.
never been asked that question. I've never thought about that topic. I've never even been asked a question like this.
that. And I said, ever in my life. I was so just baffled by him stepping back, the thoughtful like pause that, man, what do you think about the evolution of memes?
Dude.
Like I was going to be like, oh, dude, so did you, I don't know if you knew, but they started out as like a picture.
I mean, if you think about it, memes were really like cartoons in the or comics in the newspaper before they were on the internet.
Dude, I got this new meme. It's about a young boy who's like an orphan, and he's like always looking for like more food at the orphanage. It's crazy. It's called Oliver Twist. It's one of the best memes I've ever
It's a
read.
long meme though, but it's a good watch. I guess the original memes were probably like the caveman drawings, right?
Yeah.
Like all
Probably.
that shit on the wall.
That's actually a decent point. Yeah, the hieroglyph. Are those
So
hieroglyphics?
have you ever thought about the evolution of memes?
Maybe I'm an idiot.
This guy was trying to use memes as the vehicle to discuss the evolution of mankind.
Of just mankind, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going, man, we used to just make fucking fire out of nothing, and now look at us driving cars.
But
Kind of makes you think about memes.
Yeah. He's like, I mean, you take it, we've had memes the whole time.
Wait, what were they?
Like death and taxes, you know, whatever. Death, taxes, and memes.
Memes?
Yeah. We've always had them.
Wait, what are those called? Are they just called caveman drawings? Because they're not hieroglyphics.
They gotta have a name.
I think it's just like cave drawings.
Caveman drawings.
And what do you think about the evolution of caveman drawings?
I mean, they turned into memes eventually. He's an idiot and does think that every video is a meme, and then he's walking into the living room being like, "God, get off the meme games.
Get off the big
Son."
meme machine, says TV. Dude, this huge screen creates the best memes. He's either a genius. There's no in between. He's either a genius or the dumbest man on planet Earth.
Cave drawings.
Pretty sure they're just cave drawings.
Cave painting. Yeah. I just call them. Oh wait, a
And then-
category that also includes petroglyph.
Okay.
Oh, that's an image created by removing part of a rock surface, so kind of like rock art or like carving and shit.
Okay.
Okay.
What about just the scribbles, where it's like a bunch of buffalo and some guys?
they say cave painting,
Just cave paintings.
parietal art. I don't know.
I'm sticking on cave painting.
That's easier.
I'd rather be.
No one's
I'd rather
confused.
have the hieroglyphics.
I'm calling them cave memes from now
Cave
on.
memes.
Yeah.
That's just what all language is. It's just memes.
Yeah.
I love this guy very much. I've been thinking
guy
about him
rules.
quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, he hit you with a deep question when you didn't expect it.
Well, that is one of those things. It's like, is this deep or is this so dumb? I couldn't tell. The way he asked it, I was like, this is so deep.
Hey, wait. Can I take a left turn here?
I mean, yeah.
We got a question from YouTube, and I forgot to read it like 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
Topic for the pod. I don't know what. Topic for the pod. Have you ever given or gotten a wedgie? If so, what's the story?
I mean, yeah, I was a little brother. I got them all the time.
Oh, really? That's like stereotypical bullying.
Well, yeah, it's just like classic bullying. I would go hang out with my brother and his friends, and they would just abuse me until I ran home crying. And then I would go back, and my mom would patch me up, and then I'd say, "Can I go back?" And she'd go, "Yeah, sure." And then I'd go back, and right when I walked through the door, I'd get the shit kicked out of me again. And then I'd go back. This is my entire
stand-up career.
This is why I'm a comedian.
It is why you are.
Yeah.
You're able, because like we do have to be able to just get the shit kicked out of us.
I could take a lot of abuse.
I'd love to do that again.
Yeah. And it hurts so much.
Yeah.
And then you go back for more. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was trained to be a masochist at a young age.
A wedgie, I can only remember one good wedgie I ever got. It was from my cousin Casey, and he like lifted me up.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't rip.
And in my memory, a wedgie can hurt.
Well, I mean, if it gets your balls in the right way, you're in a lot of trouble.
And I think like right up the pooper.
Yeah, it'll hurt.
That's a kind of a tender spot.
Well, I mean, you really need these undies to rip.
Yeah.
You know, like Haynes is not doing anyone a favor by making indestructible panties.
you were going back out with
just pre-ripped.
tearaways.
Yeah. Like, Tim, why do your shorts and undies have buttons on both sides? They just rip straight off. Then it's just me with my dick and balls out crying.
he tries to give you a wedgie, rips all your pants off, and you're like, got you.
Got you, dude. I'm just immediately in layup lines after that. But yeah, I mean, I would get my little face shoved in boogers. I was always getting punched.
You ever given a wedgie?
No, the bullying that I dished out was always verbal abuse.
Yeah, me too.
I am still guilty of that sometimes.
No,
me?
No.
I got in trouble on Saturday.
What'd you do?
I just behaved poorly. I haven't been able to get it out of my head.
Oh no! Did you hurt someone's feelings?
Yeah.
Who? You didn't tell me about
I
this.
know. I've been
Do you
trying
want to talk about it or no?
No, I just, I started reading a book immediately after, just a book about like, it's time, my mental
therapy,
health.
Tim.
No, I know, but this is the first step towards some sort of.
Okay.
There are things in my life I certainly must address and fix because it's manifesting itself in ways that I do not care for.
Wow.
And I am being cruel and mean to people that I care about. You know what I thought about? When I see something in someone that I do that I don't like,
100%.
I abuse them for it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a way of me abusing myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's called projecting.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's exactly what that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's when you're putting your own shit onto someone else.
Well, no, it's not
oftentimes
that.
they're not actually doing what you think they're doing. It's you're perceiving it that way because it's something
maybe.
you hate about yourself.
Yeah. It's and that's what it is. If I see something I recognize in somebody else that I do that I hate,
Yeah.
now it's time to abuse that person.
Yeah.
Because in a way, I'm talking to myself in a mirror, but I'm not. I'm talking to a good friend of mine, and they're going to text me the next day and be like, hey, man, like, you said a lot of really hurtful things to me. And I'm just, I'm all set on this kind of behavior. Like, enough is enough.
Yeah,
it's
I can't
just
do
not
that.
a cute look.
Yeah.
So then I got to go through, I got to get out my fucking stock apologies, and it's just,
Well, I feel bad for you that you went through that. I'm proud of you for recognizing it, and I'll say this: I can't wait to hear the story after the podcast.
It's just, oh God. When you wake up the next day and you're like, I was bad behavior.
Yeah.
I knew I was breathing fire. I just knew it, and I just should have gone home, and I just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happened to stay out long enough just for one thing to tee me off, and then here come just a slew of horrible things.
For me, the instant regret is often I'm like, oh, I was just talking so much shit, like gossipy. I get too gossipy.
See,
it's not. I don't like go. I rarely wake up with like I was really mean to someone's face.
Right.
It's man. I told a lot of stories about people last night.
Right.
And I probably didn't, or I divulged a lot of information about myself.
That
and
I
I'm
was-
like,
It's trying to keep that one
Next
inside.
time I see someone, they're like, "Oh, that was crazy what you told me about X, Y, Z," and I'm like, I told you, okay, yeah, I did
They're like,
tell you that, huh?"
No, I don't think that was me. Actually, I don't believe that.
No, yeah. Look, I have a video of you saying it.
Oh, you recorded? I didn't know you had the recorder on.
Cool.
Thought that was a photo. Can I see your phone real quick?
Throw it down the train tracks.
See, I do the exact opposite. I just go right at somebody, and then you can feel everyone kind of dispersing because they're like, "Oh, Tim's in one of these things again."
I don't know. I've never seen it. And I've certainly never been on the receiving end of
You
it.
have not.
Yeah, I have.
No.
Yeah.
Fine. It's just such annoying. Nothing like it's the behavior is. I'm all set
Yeah.
with myself. You ever look at your own behavior and you're like, I've had about enough with what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude, I'm on like a whole kick right now.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but I'm in the good part of it right now.
What do you mean? You're loving your own behavior?
I mean, I've never been more mentally and physically healthy than I am right now.
Oh, this is huge.
But I'll say this: this comes with a caveat.
Of?
I can't find any new material. I think here's the thing that's going, because I'm training for this marathon, so I'm working out like crazy.
Right.
I haven't been drinking,
Right.
so it's like that just takes away a lot of.
See, but that's
The
when I
stress.
can generate material.
Yeah, I can for a little while, but
When
then now I'm performing better than I have in a long time.
Quicker, sharper,
I'm
happier.
doing so much better on stage.
Yep.
But I think there's something in that, like, that hungover stage where everything is kind of stripped away, where often I find a different angle on stuff.
I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I can't find anything there. When I'm depressed, I can't find anything.
Yeah, it's not as much when I'm like in a real like depressive episode. It's more when I'm just kind of like, oh God, like let me just get out of bed and walk around for a little bit. Then that's sometimes where like the cynical part of my brain finds something fun.
Right. See, I can't have any fun. When I'm in that moment, it's just immense self-hate and
Yeah.
regret. And then I start. Then I go 30,000 feet out, and I'm going. Am I going to be doing this when I'm 62?
Yeah.
Is this going to be the same shit that I'm doing?
No.
Am I going to be
5
apologizing
years,
when I'm
you got time,
62?
dude?
Tom, not now.
Trying to keep it light.
Being vulnerable.
Comedy podcast.
Oh, hell? Oh, I forgot. We can't ever be our true selves on this thing.
No.
Anyway, so I'm getting my. What do you think about memes, Tom?
No.
What do you think about that?
No. Here's a cue. Are you Jim Smithin?
No.
Well, that could help.
Fatting around town.
At least the self-talk is good.
And that's what I'm like, because I've been through a little bit of a time here where I've been very cruel to myself. And Lizzie the other day, she was like, "You have got to stop. This
Yeah.
is like insane the way you speak to yourself."
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking to her. I'm literally
out
walking
loud?
around
She hears it?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm walking around the apartment just fully bullying myself.
Timothy.
And then I'm like, this is why I can't go out, because I know the state of mind that I'm in, and it takes one vodka soda. And then right when one friend walks in, I'm like, how about this? And everything I've been saying to myself, I'm like, what have I said it about your shirt?
We find out this is all shirt-based.
It's all shit, and you're like, wait, that was the whole self-hate?
It's all just roasting a guy for
Yeah,
wearing
it's just like a light blue shirt, and
pineapples
I
on
hate
his
it.
shirt.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think, this is probably only the first time I've said this on the pod, but therapy would be huge,
Oh, I've been looking into therapists. Here's my question.
What?
Because I would imagine I need some. So I took, you take an online test, and it said that I said that I'm moderately to severely depressed.
Yeah.
And so do I need to go see a psychiatrist to get on like some sort of SSRI?
Well, I'll say that this is what my therapist said to me, and I'm not a doctor.
No.
I know people SSRIs have been life-saving for them. I've known people that it's fucked them up. It's
Got fat, couldn't get their
Well,
dick hard.
It's just different. No, like it's people have different reactions to different ones. Like
It scares me
sometimes you
'cause-
just get on the wrong ones, and it takes a while to kick in, so you don't really know what you're reacting to and stuff. But I'll say this: this is what Cheryl gave me a good piece of advice.
Shout
with
out
that.
Cheryl.
When I was kind of going through it last fall. she was like, and she's like, you are depressed. Do you want to go see a psychiatrist? I can recommend you.
I will say,
I'm not
don't need
going. An incredible scene in a beautiful movie. Not Pineapple. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. But she goes, if you go to a psychiatrist, they will put you on something.
Oh, really?
So that was kind of like, that was kind of a great heads up, because I was like, okay, that's good to know. Let's see if we can kind of work through this. And then, I mean, dude, it's working out and not drinking it got me out of that one. But.
And that's where I'm like, all right, because I've been hitting the depression button since I was 17. That was the first time I clocked where I was like, this isn't how a brain should be operating. But I don't want to like fuck with your brain chemistry and then some of those. But also
sometimes your brain chemistry, it can be off. So then the SSRIs do regulate that.
Yeah, but it's like there's no scan to be like, oh yeah, right here's no good. If we just pop this, it'll fix it. They're just like, I don't know, try this, try some fucking.
But you should start by talking to someone.
Right, I know, but I'm gonna.
I would go.
Jim Smith. Booze
some people
is out.
are gonna be like, no, fuck you. Go to a psychiatrist and get on something, and they might be right. I would say, yeah, do the other thing. To go to therapy first. Start talking to someone about this shit. They're gonna have a more professional opinion on this.
Well, here's my take. It's like, let me fix all of the things in my life that I'm fucking up, or that would be causing depression. And then if I'm at baseline and I'm at kind of the best I could be, and I'm still a sad sack, well, then it's time to go do the other thing.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because I know like some people that listen to this, including my family members, will be like, no, it's the reverse order, because the motivation to fix those other things is often tied to.
Oh, that's
the least motivated I've ever been was last fall when I was like severely depressed.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah, you can just be like, oh, but once I'm working out and reading a book every night before bed and not drinking and have impulse control, then I'll see if I'm still depressed.
Right.
But it's like, in order to do all those things, the wall that you have to jump over is depression.
Yeah, you're like, why won't this car drive? And it's like, we never put any gas in.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no gasoline in the car.
And the engine is complete. Someone unplugged everything in there.
Right,
I know how cars work.
Unplugged. Incredible. We are men, by the way.
God damn it.
We are two men that think you just plug in the engine.
There's a battery plugged in.
That's something going on in there. Yeah, so I think that's a decent point. I am going to try to, because I don't think you need an SSRI to cut booze out.
No. Yeah.
I cut booze out, and I can go toss on the running shoes and keep it moving. And then evaluate how I'm feeling after that.
Yeah.
And then if it's still poo-poo magoo, then let's go see what a psychiatrist is saying. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
There's depression in my family. It's no, mystery.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping an open mind here, but, there are some things I can do to mitigate some of this poo.
I think our families share a trait. For one of our families' common defenses against depression is working out.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Everyone in my family, we just go, what if we just ran?
What if we ran
What if we physically ran from our problems?
Yes, of course.
And that's what I do. That's this entire marathon training is me just being like, it's where all of my anxious thoughts kind of come out.
Well, it does work. I think Deion Sanders said it best.
What is this?
If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, they pay good.
Damn.
It all comes back to exercising.
You ain't lying, Deion. Wait, what's his name again? Coach Prime.
Prime, dude, with the craziest sunglasses. Boy, they had a little run there, didn't they?
That was fun.
That didn't pan out, though.
Yeah, the whole nation got behind them for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and then they got pummeled by a really decent team, and it was like, oh, right, yeah, this was
and
fake
they lost
the whole
to
time.
Colorado State.
They got waxed, too. And it was like, right, well, that's over.
Well, we believed in Prime.
Rankings just came out, Tom.
What?
Yeah.
Where are our boys?
We got a number 6 and a number 9.
LSU at 6?
Uh-huh.
ND at 9?
9.
I'm okay with 9, actually.
9 seems high.
9 is fun, though, because 9 is a 3. It is, 1 good win and 2 decent wins away from top 5.
Sure.
We're
just trying to get into the freaking playoff.
Yeah. Anyone in the top 10, if you go undefeated, you make it to the playoff. But we have to play Ohio State like right away.
I mean, we have to play the entire SEC.
What a hard pivot, by the way, for two straight men talking about our feelings for 4 minutes, and then we're like, football.
They're like, we got to straighten this thing
Anyways,
back up.
football stuff.
I don't know. I love it when they just a nice put your nose down, grinding into the grindstone. Are those football terms? How about an option read
It's like
into
if
the
you,
flats?
It's like if you got in the huddle and then you unplugged the what?
The
you know,
engine. Kid's got a great
running
engine
back.
on him, though.
Springsteen was so good at
Having
78.
an engine he knew about cars. Anyway,
God.
well, I think we solved my.
Well, yeah, I don't
Mental
want
health.
to brush past this. I will say this though, a little teaser, maybe. I don't know. This could be a teaser for nothing. You guys, one of the pod rebrands we were considering is kind of focused on getting better,
Yeah.
not just like physical and mental health, but more like being not a zero.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So give us some feedback. Let us know. Do you want us to share this stuff?
Well, how about
we're trying
this?
to work on ourselves.
How about this? Have you exhibited any behavior recently that you would consider zero poo that you would like to fix? I know I fucking did on Saturday night. Hey, good friend, how about this?
Yeah, I mean the last like time that I got a little drunky poo.
Oh, isn't it always the booze?
This isn't zero behavior, but it's a little loser behavior. That's what I was talking about. I told a story that I was just like, that wasn't really mine to tell, and I just got like gossipy, and it was just because I was excited. I was around fun people, and then the next day I was kind of like, God, do I have to be like, hey, don't tell people that?
Well, okay, so tell the story on the pod, and then we'll decide whether or not it was good or bad. Why don't we relive that moment?
Yeah, well, I think I will.
You ever get in the middle of that story and you're like, I just shouldn't be saying that.
Yes, 100%. But that's where the drunk part of my brain is just like, that's fine.
Ah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Get a big pop.
Yeah.
And then also you don't want to because sometimes if you say those stories and you say it like it's not a big deal, people will just kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
But if you get into the middle of that story and you go, actually, I shouldn't be, everyone clocks it as
Everyone's
like, oh, I'm going to
remember
that.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, I guess I'll just power through this story I have no business telling
Yeah.
in the hopes that they don't clock that it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But then the problem is they see that person, they go, hey, I heard about blah, 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 blah. And you're going,
Yeah.
who told you that?
Yeah.
And it's Tom.
It's me.
It's fucking Tom.
The young man.
God.
Yeah, and just like I jump to very petty and passive aggressive responses all the time.
Brother, don't I know
And
it.
you've never really seen that, so I know
Brother,
you might
don't
want to
I
sit down
know
when
it.
I tell you this. I can be one of the most passive aggressive and petty people I've ever met, and thank you to my family for that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just I posted something on the internet the other day. I got 9 of the pettiest responses from everyone from the Schneeman clan. Not even in a group chat, individually. I was getting. I'm going.
My whole fam.
I'm just like, I'm getting bullied by your entire family right now.
Yeah, but it's
I didn't
like
do anything.
it's so funny because I don't know what that instinct is like we feel the need to share something, but we won't say what we mean. So it's just like so passive aggressive and petty.
It's like, hey, I would like to reach out and communicate, but I don't know how to do it in a genuine way.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna
kind
toss
of be like
something mean.
backhanded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, you're a fucking idiot. Is what it all felt like.
Yeah, that's the translation.
And I was like, oh, nice.
And it's like also kind of sorry about that.
Yeah,
You know?
and you're like,
it's
well-
not really malicious.
Well,
It's generally not. It's like it's a failure to communicate what you want to say, and it comes off as just like petty instead of being like, I don't agree with you.
it was just I was like, oh, here, let's see it. Oh, well, screenshot, send to Tom. Hey, what the hell is this?
I go, oh, it's just another family member.
And that's why I was like, I'm
but
understanding your petty behavior more and more every single
Yeah,
day.
dude, I'm doing a pretty good job, honestly.
I think you're keeping it in the pocket. I mean, it flies out every once in a while.
For sure, and that's where like trying to clock my little petty poo behavior.
Mm-hmm. That's why we gotta get the petty button.
Yeah.
Every time you say something petty, I get to hit
That's
it, and
when
it goes,
we build up
"Don't
the
do
new
me like
studio.
that."
So good.
Is that perfect?
That's perfect.
And don't do me like that. It's like, Tom, I didn't deserve that.
And then when Tim just loads up and just fires a bazooka at my head.
Yeah, I'd take the different approach. I'm more of a blunt
I'll
force
have a
trauma kind of guy.
Terminator button.
Yeah, you and I approach it in very different ways.
Oh my god, yeah, but it makes me like a better like boyfriend when I can clock that stuff. It makes me a better friend.
Sure.
Makes me a better sibling.
Of course. You know what I do? Here's some poo behavior that I have.
Yeah.
We're really letting some things go on this pod, Tom.
We got like 2 minutes left, so we're gonna end on a genuine note, and I like it.
I like it too. I think it's still fun and entertaining. I think everybody has problems. You know what? I withhold. If I feel that somebody is trying to elicit something from me that they need, I withhold
100%. Well, that's like
what is that?
I don't know. Remember the Joe List joke though, where it's like you know when someone wants you to tell
neat.
wants you to ask them something like, "Boy, I had a crazy weekend."
Neat. But like
That's
not
like,
in a way.
that's a more petty. Or that's
Yeah,
like
because that's annoying.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that person's doing is annoying. Or if somebody comes around, they're huffing
give
and
me an
puffing a
example
lot.
here. Or can you give me an example?
No, it's like hard to articulate. It's just like when I can sense that somebody is wanting to lead me in a way, like, or starting to like, they kind of want to open up in a way, or they want some attention in some sort of way, and it's like not even an annoying thing. But if I clock it, I won't give it to you.
Yeah, interesting.
And it's like it's in a way of like I should give the people in my life the things that they need.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Well, I get that. Like, does it feel gatekeepy? Is that what you're doing?
No, it's just it's just bitchy. I'm just being a fucking.
You're locked in the bathroom. Lizzie's trying to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and I'm like, sorry.
I can sense that you want to get in here.
No, I can smell your farts, and you do have to poo, so you're not coming in. It's just I don't know what but I should give the people in my life the things that they need.
I think I can relate to that. I think I know what you're saying.
And I don't sometimes.
Yeah.
And I do it in a really loser way.
Well, I always want it to be my idea.
Oh, sure.
You know, I think that's the whole idea of Inception. Is like people are always more on board with an idea if it's theirs.
And those are the
Even if
smartest
it's the
people that
exact
can.
same idea.
Like the great manipulators of our time
Yeah.
are great at making you feel like it was your idea.
Yes.
But it was theirs the whole time.
Yeah.
And then they're just back there going,
Sales. This is all sales.
right, gross.
Yeah.
But, that is something that I need to fix, and it's something that I need to look inward for. I find things in other people that I feel in myself, and then I abuse that. Mm-hmm. The hell is that?
You did earlier today. You really laid out projecting in such a beautiful way. But that's what that is.
That is what that is.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Because there's so many things about myself that I don't like, so I can always find something in somebody. And now I'm just projecting on everyone I've ever met.
That might be a bit.
Is that something?
You have enough things to project on anyone.
Literally anybody. I don't like one thing about myself.
Oh, come on.
No, come on.
The act is good.
The act is solid. I got some Birkenstocks that I like. Those are comfy.
Yeah.
Kind of falling apart though. I think
It's
I've really
hot in the summer.
You need a stock, like for real.
Those closed-toed ones, they're not killing your feet. Do they just smell like absolute shit in the summer?
You know what? They've been pretty decent. I have gone through summers where they are ruining my personal relationships.
Yeah, it scares me, honestly.
But they're comfy cozy. I just don't want to. The actual sandals, I feel like I look like Jesus.
You sound like you're about to cry right now.
I got some dookie in my throat.
I know, but to our audio
After everything we
listeners,
talked
everyone's
about, I
like,
start
oh,
crying
shit,
about the Birks.
Tim's starting to lose it. What do the Birkenstocks mean?
Projecting on my shoes. But no, I've gone through summers where my interpersonal relationships were being strained by the smell coming from the Birkenstocks.
Yeah, I had one the other day. Well, we got to wrap this up. I had a fun. This is a lighter note. I stopped by my younger cousin lives in New York. And,
Seamus?
No, he used to. Well, he's in school. So
Shout out Seamus.
He's not here right now, but he will be back. I don't know why I explained that. That's how school works. It's summer.
He's coming back.
No, this is a different cousin, Joe. And I stopped by his place because I was doing a show right by him. And I stopped by to say hi. He's having like a little pregame. They're like playing, drinking games and stuff. And I join in to throw some dice. And I take my shoes off. And I'm like, we're in the middle of a game. And I'm like, I smell feet. And I'm guessing that's me.
I'm going to pop these back on.
I've been running around the city for 4 hours.
That is tough about New York because you take your shoes off when you go inside because you don't want to bring New York into your home.
Yeah, I was on the 6 train. I probably stepped in a couple different species of poo.
At least.
Yeah.
3 different people's urine too.
Saw a big throw up too.
Little puke, dead
Yeah.
rat.
Dead rat.
Dead rat.
Dead rat. Kind of rolled around in some smushed up Sour Patch Kids.
And then you got to pop these things off, but you've been City Tom.
And it takes a second. It's not like
So
it
you got
wasn't bad enough to be like poof.
Yeah.
But I got all the way over, and they're like, "Oh, we need someone to join in this game." I'm like, "All right," and
you're
I
going-
jump in, and then I'm like, "Ooh, caught a whiff," and
That's fee.
I'm the only one who just took their shoes off.
That's fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you just bounce?
I played the whole game,
Good for you.
and then I snuck my shoes back on because I saw someone else still had their shoes on.
Oh, you wouldn't pop them back on?
I just kind of snuck away and popped them on.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the move. That's not bad. Because you can't, I mean, I guess you can just bounce. I think I would have just bounced.
Yeah, if that would have been, they would have been like, he pooped his pants, right? Like something bad happened.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I have an hour and a half to kill, and then
Oh,
I bounce after 8 minutes.
Yeah, yep. Like, no, I'm just going to get out of here. But everybody did clock that smell, and they
Yeah.
can't even judge it because they're like, he's been City Tom. He's going to have city feet.
Yeah, he's been running around.
Ah.
Thanks for bringing your cousin, Joe.
Anywho, folks,
We
come
gotta
see
wrap
us on a
this up.
freaking show.
We got Timmy's going to be in Texas this weekend.
I'm going to be in Texas this weekend.
Amarillo by morning.
Also, I've gotten a few messages from people saying that
fuck
they
that.
just started listening to the freaking pod. Toss us a 5.
Yeah, we had a little jump the last couple
Star
of weeks.
review on Spotify to keep this train a rolling. And hey, folks, let us know what you think about the things that we're trying to fix about ourselves. Is that interesting at all?
Yeah,
Hey, do you care at all?
And by the way, the rebranding of the pod's going to stay the same. We just need a new name so that people aren't insanely confused about our relationship.
We are gonna. I would imagine we're gonna say we're not roommate. Like we're gonna just muscle memory. I think we're gonna do that
Probably,
a few times.
and that's going to be more confusing than it ever was.
yeah, that's true.
Why do they start every time by clarifying that they're not related at all?
And we're like,
And they
no,
don't
but
live
it's because,
together?
yeah, no, it was like a long thing. So like during the pandemic, we started
A web series. We were both trying to act a little bit.
It was
and
semi-viral.
It was pretty good.
People
honestly.
liked it. It's kind of a cult following. And then anywho, come see us at a show.
yeah.
Give us a like.
Orlando and St. Pete next weekend, and then Boston, and then the boys are in Boston back-to-back weekends, and then Minneapolis. We'll be there together. Come on out.
The boys.
September 6th and 7th. Then Fargo, North Dakota, also together. And then
Fargo is going to be a wild
it's going
time.
to be an absolute blast. You guys are going to get a treat of a show. I'm trying to make some merch for it.
I mean, you got of like the.
Us four.
Oh wow! Ooh yeah, we
Little
could.
special edition merch.
Yeah, we can toss around some ideas on that one.
I think we can get something good.
Hell yeah, folks! We love you.
We love you guys.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together.